Vaidyanathan present here for the wonderful book release we are going to have this evening from Mysuru Book Club's Charitable Trust. So Mysuru Book Club's Charitable Trust was formed in 2010. It began by me, of course, as just a book to read, just another book to analyze. But then, after 15 years, here we are releasing our dear member Sita Bhaskar's book after having walked miles and miles with happy and roller coaster ride. All the book club members here, they have witnessed most of our journey. And today, Sita has planned her own book release. I'm here to actually just support her. And Sita is a very sensitive and popular writer.
Oh God. Oh,
she has a good sense of humor and she is a very serious points in a humorous way. She has her own distinctive style and method of conveying deep thoughts with simple sentences apart from being a versatile writer. She is a very incisive editor. For me, everything is like it has to happen yesterday. For Sita, everything has to happen day after. So in between this clash, no, I'm still able to run the literature festival and we are stepping into the 10th year in 2026. She is a guide, confidant, counselor to me. She has been a strength for the Mysuru Literature Festival, especially for the online version during the COVID days.
You know, one of the reasons why Shubha keeps saying Sita, Sita, Sita is because she needs someone to blame if something goes wrong. Okay, closer. Okay. So, about a couple of weeks back when I got my author copies, I requested Shubha to go to R.K. Narayan's house and walk around with the book and take a video. Unfortunately, probably for the first time in her life, she ran into a hassle, which was the woman who stays in that little hut there, right? Was, you know, really, I should say, shocked. And she said, "Illa, corporation or bandit you know, kind of thing." And so I'm wondering till today why she hasn't released that video. I think she's scared of the corporation people. But, well, you know. So, before we start, imagine that you're in an aircraft and I am one of the stewardesses and I'm telling you this in case of emergency, like, you know, corporation people kind of storming the aircraft, please use the two exits on these two sides to escape, all right? Or alternately, we could all get aboard the Malgudi Express and hitch a ride with Rukmini Aunty and the R.K. Narayan fan club. So, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you aboard the Malgudi Express. Thank you for making it here on this cloudy Sunday evening. I know that Mysoreans don't come out over the weekend because of all those people from Bangalore, you know, who crowd our city. So I really appreciate your willingness to venture out of your comfort zone today. I'd like to start with honoring a couple of people, a couple of friends who were with me when, you know, Malgudi Express had not even pulled out of the railway station. So I go back to the pandemic days, you know, you remember those days when we used to wash our hands endlessly or not touch our faces or keep vegetables away for 24 hours on a table, those days, right? So many of us during the lockdown were suddenly shut out with no books to read. Other people, yes, essential supplies was not there, but for people like me, suddenly you're left with no books to read. And so I had, the books I had with me at that point in time was Natalie Jenner's Jane Austen Society and a very old copy of R.K. Narayan's My Days, if you remember that was his biography. So, you know, as I read Natalie Jenner's book, I kept thinking, you know, as I went through each chapter, I said, you know, this reminds me of Pride and Prejudice, or, this reminds me of Emma or Mansfield Park. And, kind of kept thinking about it. And after I finished that book, I picked up R.K. Narayan's My Days. Of course, I'd read it several times before.
My mother would have already planned.
But this time my brain kind of clicked and connected the two books. And I thought, I wonder if I can try to do this with R.K. Narayan stories. But I needed a visual of the area where R.K. Narayan was and the museum is, and I needed someone who would go there and get me videos from there. So I reached out to my friend Ravi Kumar. We call him DK. I don't think is he here? He hasn't come. Oh, okay. Asked him if he could get me a video of those streets around it. He went during the lockdown and went around on his motorbike and got. At the same time, Shubha happened to check in on me. I was new to Mysore. I didn't know too many people. So she just called me to check in on me to ask, are you doing okay? And then I told her, I'm trying to get a video. She didn't know I was writing a book or any such thing. She didn't ask any questions. And what she does is she puts her 6-year-old son, Ishan, into the car, drives around that area, and before I know it, I have a series of videos in my hand. Now, all of us knowing Shubha, right? I personally think Ishan was driving the car and Shubha was, taking the video, but, let this be a secret between you and me, the audience here. And
were you driving?
So fast forward about 4 years later, and the book has been published, and it's now in my hands. Okay. So I'd like to give the first copy of the book to Ishan for driving the getaway car. So if you're planning a bank heist, Ishan, your man. One second.
I'm taking one book.
Yeah, you go, kiddo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ನೂ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು.
ಇಲ್ಲ, it's only me and Ishan. Right? Oh, book ಇಟ್ಕೋ Ishan. Thank you, Ishan. And
wait.
the second person is not there, Ishan. I don't know why he didn't come, so you can get back.
Wait, then we'll take one picture.
Huh?
We'll take one more picture.
Okay.
With 3 of us holding.
Of course.
Sridhar wants the picture.
Sridhar wants the picture.
You should just hold the picture.
There you go. Thank you, Ishan. And of course, now if the corporation realizes that the trip was made during the lockdown and turns up here to arrest Shubha, you all know the drill. Emergency exits are on either side. Okay? Thank you so much for listening. And now we would just like to give you a short glimpse of Rukmini Aunty and Sesha Uncle. I invite Dr. Nalini Chandar to play Rukmini Aunty, and I will be her Sesha Uncle. Nalini?
Do I need this? No, Allah.
You need both.
One. Yes.
So Nalini wants me to tell the audience, I must confess that we decided on this last night and she came over to my house and we practiced it. So any blame on it goes to me because I delayed the whole process. So we can get started. Are you ready? It's getting late. We have to go.
ಇದೇನ್ರಿ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು?
The program is about you. People are waiting. Don't you remember?
ನನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಾ? ಅರೆ ಯಾಕೋ ಈಚೀಚೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮರ್ತೇ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಪ್ಪ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಿವರವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ?
ಸರಿ, ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. So it's about that writer, that house near our house. Remember that writer who moved to Chennai to live with his family?
ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ಆರ್ಕೆ ನಾರಾಯಣ, ಸರಿ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನೈನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಜನ ಇದ್ರು. ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರ ಮಗಳಿದ್ಲು. ಬಂಧು ಬಾಂಧವರು, ನೆಂಟ್ರು, ಇಷ್ಟ್ರು, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದ್ರು ರೀ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ ಕತೆ ಏನು? ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ? ಮಕ್ಳೇ ಮರಿಯೇ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ?
Why are you bringing this up now? At this age, can we have children? What are you talking about? Is this the time?
ಯಾಕೆ ಈಗ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಜ್ಯೋತಿಷ ಹೇಳೋರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಮುಹೂರ್ತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಈಗ ಸಮಯ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ಯಾ, ಈಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ನಾಳೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ನಿಮ್ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ?
Ayo, Ruku, don't get upset. Don't get upset. No, I'm saying I'm in my early retirement years. Let us relax and enjoy life. We'll go for another foreign trip. Where do you want to go? Alaska or Hawaii?
ಏನು ಮಾತಿನ ಜಾಣ್ಮೆ! ಅಂಗೈಲೆ ಅರಮನೆ ತೋರ್ಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ. ಅದಿರ್ಲಿ, ಅವ್ರು ಚೆನ್ನೈಗೆ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮನೆ ಯಾಕ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ? ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ದೇ ಇದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮನೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅಗತ್ಯನಾದ್ರೂ ಏನಿತ್ತು? ಆ ಮನೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋರು ಯಾರಪ್ಪ?
Huh? Why are you worried about that house now? Don't you have your own house to take care of?
ಅಲ್ಲ ರೀ, ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮನೇನೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈಗ 1-2 ತಿಂಗಳು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ, ಟೂರು ಗೀರು ಇತ್ಯಾದಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಸೊ ಬರೋ ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಮನೆ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೋ, ಎತ್ತಾಗಿರುತ್ತೋ, ಏನ್ ಎಡವಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಚಿಂತೆ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ ನಮ್ಗೆ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ. ಅಂತದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಷಾನ್ಗಟ್ಲೆ ಅಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮನೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ ಅರ್ಥ?
What? You're saying that when we go, something happens in our house? What has gone wrong in this house? This is a new house I built for you. What has gone wrong?
ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕತೆ. ನಾನು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಮ್ಮನೆಗೆ ಏನು ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಗೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ. ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಹೇಳ್ದೆಪ್ಪ. ಈ ತರ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ? ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ ವಿಚಾರ ತಾನೆ. ತುಂಬಾ ದಿನ ಮನೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಮನೆಗಾಗ್ಲಿ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಬರೋದಂತೂ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ. ಅಂತ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತೆಪ್ಪ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ. ನಾರಾಯಣ ತಮ್ಮ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಕೊಟ್ರು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನೈಲಿ ತಾನೇ ಇರೋದು. ಚೆನ್ನೈ ಏನ್ ದೂರ ಅಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. 1 ಶತಾಬ್ದಿ ಹತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಸಾಕಪ್ಪ. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನದ ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮೈಸೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಳಿಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆಕೆ ಏನೇನು ಅಮೆರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಿದ್ರಾ? ವಿಮಾನ ಹತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. ಚೆನ್ನೈ ಏನ್ ಮಹಾ ದೂರ ಇತ್ತು? ಬಂದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಯಾರನ್ನಾರು ಇಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಏನ್ರಿ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ?
No, now the grandchildren are trying to sell the house to a builder. No, I told you.
ಹೌದಾ? ಎಷ್ಟಕ್ ಮಾರ್ತಾರಂತೆ?
Ayyo. Why? Are you going to buy it? This house is not enough for you. You want to go and buy all the houses in this neighborhood? What is it?
ಇಲ್ಲ ರೀ, ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ದೆ. ಯಾರ್ದಾರು ಕುತೂಹಲ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ವಾ ಇಂಥ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮನೆ ಹೇಗೋ ಏನೋ ಅಂತ? ಅದು ಅಂಥ ಭವ್ಯವಾದ ಬಂಗ್ಲೆ, ಅಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಾಹಿತಿ ಇದ್ದಂತ ಮನೆ. ಛೇ, ಮಾರುತ್ತಾನೆ ಹೇಗ್ ಮನಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೋ.
Enough. It is getting late. Let us go. Everyone is waiting for us. Come on.
ಸರಿ, ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತೀನಿ.
Say. To give you a glimpse of what Sesha uncle and Rukmini Aunty were doing, I will just read a small passage from the book. Uncle, that house under litigation, Janani began. Ayyo, don't bring up that house again. Rukmini Aunty covered her ears with her palms. One of these days, it will fall down and Ruku will be able to use her yoga and meditation note. Do you know how much I spent on getting the right ambience there? Sesha uncle said. Vinod was sitting across from Janani. He tried to catch her eye, but she was glaring at uncle and auntie. When you were in our house in Madison, Your Mestri told you that the owner of that house writes English novels. Did you find out his name? It is Narayan, R.K. Narayan. This is his house. Sesha uncle and Rukmini aunty looked at each other. There was a K.R. Narayan who was president of India, but he didn't write books. We don't know any Narayan who writes books, do we? Sesha uncle asked. Rukmini aunty didn't know anyone who writes books because she did not read. There is that Narayan who writes books. You know his store, Narayan's Knowledge Temple or something. But he writes only religious books and sells some temple artifacts. He could not have made enough money to own that house. And he's A.S. Narayan. Remember, we used to call him As Narayan. Uncle, Sesha uncle said. Rukmini aunty gave a hiss of disapproval. This Narayan is not an ass. He is R.K. Narayan. The R.K. Narayan, Janani said. Yes, you keep saying that as it is Rabindranath Tagore or someone like that, Sesha uncle said. Before Janani could do something untoward to his aged relatives that could have delayed their departure from India on criminal grounds, Vinod stepped in and changed the topic. Thank you.